Happy July, everybody. So I hope that you made it through June. I know it was intense for quite a few of us, at least the people in my inner community and the Evolved Journey community. It was definitely the month. The card was Solar Deity, and it was definitely a fiery, shifting month, at least for a lot of people that I work with. So perhaps for you as well. So July, July. First of all, we are in the sign of Cancer. So just a tiny bit of astrology. I know just enough to be dangerous and taking a course. But yeah, so we are going to be in Cancer, the sign of Cancer still until July 21st, 22nd, 23rd, depending on your time zone. And again, Cancer is all about water. It's about flow. It's about slowing down and reflecting. It is that divine mother feminine energy and is really been asking us to look at how we nurture ourselves. So many people in my community are really good at nurturing others, but they're really not so great at nurturing themselves. And so that's something that the light has been shining on us right now. Also, really looking at and connecting with your intuition. And that's going to continue again through the end of July as we're in Cancer season. Um, really, Cancer is asking us to get in touch with our, not just the feminine, right, but that emotional intuition side, slowing down, going with the flow, versus that masculine, even that divine masculine of do and go. We're being called to continue to slow down, even though it's summer, right? But as soon as we entered Cancer, that's what happened. Let's see. So we've got this week in particular, we are July 1st is Canada Day for all you Canadians. Congratulations, happiness. 4th of July is coming up in the US, celebration, freedom. And so we know that one of the things that has been breaking down is that patriarchal system, that shadow masculine patriarchal system. And so, if we want to think about moving more into the divine feminine, being that divine mother, again, it is about that balance. What I'm getting is really that balance creates that freedom, right? So, if you're living under that patriarchal, in the box, overpowering, do, go, you're out of balance. So, if you really want to think about true freedom, it's having that divine masculine and feminine energy together. And at this time, we're focusing more on the feminine. So that felt important to weave in for the 4th of July, Canada Day. And then we have the new moon on July 5th, 6th, depending on your time. And again, it's in Cancer. And so it's all about new moons in general are all about new beginnings. And this one in particular has to do with spiritual awakening. And again, connecting with that intuition, connecting with your soul. And we're really being called again to slow down, rest, relax, go with the flow. Again, the emotions theme, the filling your cup, calming your nervous system. And also really looking at your community. And it always starts with us, right? So looking at how are you connecting with, supporting, nurturing yourself, and then the community around you. Do you have that supportive community where you feel safe and nurtured? So first internal and then external, our community. We also have a full moon on July 21st, again in Capricorn. And as you remember, we had a full moon in Capricorn back in June. And this one is more powerful because it's the second one in the sign. And it's also conjuncting Pluto retrograding. Pluto is the transformer, in particular, those old patriarchal energies, and is all about freedom and equality. So I'm not surprised that's happening this month as well. So the card that was picked for this month already back in January is Luna. And I'm always still kind of in awe how when I pick these cards, beginning of the year, I don't know what's happening in July. I don't think about what's happening in July. But we got the Luna card. So Luna is the moon, again, feminine, again, all about connecting with and tending to your emotions and your emotional support that you give yourself and receive. And emotions are hard for many of us because growing up, we learned that they weren't okay. It wasn't safe to have certain emotions. We didn't know we weren't taught how to work with our emotions. We learned and still do to this day all sorts of stuffing patterns instead. And so here we are again with this Luna card in the season of Cancer, most of July. And so tuning in and again, getting in touch with your emotions versus pushing them away, stuffing them, ignoring them, which is what we were taught to do. And we want to do this because our emotions are part of our guidance system, part of our guidance from our soul, just like our body symptoms are. So if we're not in touch with our emotions and we're ignoring or pushing away the quote unquote negative ones, especially, we are losing out on so much guidance. And that is a big part of key number 3 is what we're focusing on this month in my community and in the Evolved Journey program. Key 3, trust yourself. It is all about tuning in and listening to your intuition, your guidance, your heart, your soul. So we're being called to do that in a bigger way this month for Luna. So again, going inwards, slowing down, connecting more deeply, especially with those wounded shadow parts of us, and really looking at in a deeper way your triggers. So what triggers you? And then how have you been responding to your triggers? And are you being called to do so in a different way moving forward, a healthier way, a more conscious way? So that's going to be a big focus this month with Luna. And then supporting, right, soothing being with those wounded parts as well, which is part of being a divine parent. And the moon has different rhythms and flows, right? The new moon, the full moon. And so we're also being called to reflect on our own natural rhythms. So many of us, again, have been conditioned to do the 40-plus hour work week, the 9 to 5, the grind, the hamster wheel. And we're really being called when we're going inwards now to reflect on what is my natural rhythm? What do I want, need, and desire? How might I create a schedule that has more balance moving forwards? Because we know that as we grow and change, and as we upgrade, as we, all those beautiful things we're doing right now in our evolution, that the schedule on which we live might need to change. And that's happening for me big time. It's been happening since actually it started in March and is becoming bigger, especially this month for me, as maybe it is for you. So being called to really look at that life balance. And when I talk about life balance, I talk about work, rest, healing, and playtime. Work is anything from your job to chores, um, errands, all that kind of stuff. And rest can be sleep, it can be naps, it can be um, Epsom salt bath. So any relaxing activity, restful, relaxing activity. Healing. Now, rest and healing we know can cross over with each other, but healing, when I think of healing, I think about, I'll just tell you what things I do right now for healing, my guided therapeutic meditation practices, my self-healing processes, um, massages with my trauma massage gal, ketamine assisted therapy, chiropractic, um, coaching, my spiritual mentor. So those are like healing things I would consider. Those are healing things. And then again, rest and healing can cross over. And then we have play. So a lot of us have put play last, actually rest, healing, and play last. And we've been doing a lot of working. And play is good, but then we also, because we want to think about Luna right now, these first couple of weeks, not over socializing. And I know 4th of July is right around the corner, and a lot of people in the US get together with loved ones, but we're really being called to slow down and go inward, even if you don't feel like you can do so on that day for the next couple of weeks. Um, so really looking at those areas. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, and just a reminder, right? Being that divine parent, which is what we're here to do to ourselves and all of our younger parts, requires that we do these things. We look at life balance. We look at when schedules need to change. We look at, you know what, what's no longer working? What are my emotions telling me? And I might have to set bigger boundaries, is what my emotions might be telling me. Um, my guidance might be telling me I might need to say no more. I might need to let this person or this job go completely because it is, my emotions are telling me it's not working. And it probably hasn't been for some time, but I've been avoiding it. So, in a nutshell, that's what our June energies are all about. And again, know that there might be some resistance to those things because of the way we were conditioned, right? And then as far as what's coming up this month, got quite a few awesome things coming up for you guys this month. So on July 8th, we've got, I'm starting my live podcast again once a month. I haven't done this in years. It's just been me. Um, so single woman show, but I'm going to start interviewing people, having conversations, people, and it's going to be live. And our next one is July 8th at 4 p.m. Pacific. If you want the details for that, you can go ahead and sign up at the link below that says podcast. Okay. And then you'll get those details to attend live. It's with a wonderful Akashic record expert, Lisa Barnett. Love her. Then we've got July 15th at 5 p.m. Pacific. I am doing a free workshop on weight and body shame. I'm going to say that summer probably brings this up more, but it just feels energetically, right, with that divine feminine, that weight and body shame stuff. And again, we all have divine feminine within us. Even if you're a man that struggles with weight and body shame, this tends to be a feminine problem, divine feminine, and we all have a balance of both within us. So you can, again, sign up for that at the link below. And then we also have some tips and tools coming and some more podcasts by me coming that have to do with key 3, trusting yourself and your guidance, your intuition, your heart. So you can stay tuned for those. And the doors have also opened this month for the 3 Ps, break through the 3 Ps, perfection, people pleasing, pretending to be superhuman. And I chose to have us touch on the 3 Ps this month. We do so 3 times a year for 2 reasons. Again, July is all about freedom, right? We got 4th of July, self-independence, Independence Day, freedom. So that is one big reason. And then also with key 3, trust yourself, your intuition. One of the biggest blocks to us trusting and following our own guidance, our intuition, is the 3 Ps. They keep you from doing that in all the ways. I'm not good enough, right? That's the perfectionist. I'm not good enough, therefore I can't trust myself. I have to please others, right? If I do this, I'm going to cause conflict, says the people pleaser. And so I'm not going to do it, even though I'm being guided to. Then we've got the superhuman that again, oh, I can't do that. I got to put these other people's wants, needs, and desires first, even though I know, right? I know this would be best for me. I'm going to do things for other people and put them first, and maybe I'll get around to following my guidance later. So that is why the 3 Ps is the highlighted program for this month. I hope you will join me for that. It includes live workshops, audio lessons, guided therapeutic meditation practices, self-healing processes, truth loops, you got it all, support and tools. All right, you guys, have a beautiful July. Slow in the beginning. And then as we move into Leo, again, Leo is going to be moved into on, let's see, the 21st, 22nd, or 23rd, typically. And again, Leo, that's when the fire is it's going to amp up. We're going to have more passion, more play, more creativity. It's the fire energy. It's the take action, shine your light, go play, shine your light, be more external, be more out in the world instead of going that internal, which we're being called to do right now. All right. As always, I honor you and I have so much gratitude for you doing this deeper work that we are being called to do right now on the planet so we can become more conscious. And when we do this deeper healing work for ourselves, this consciousness work, ultimately that is what is healing the planet. That is what is healing the planet. So I honor you. And I know this is not always easy. It isn't for me either. And take good care of yourself and reach out for support. We're not meant to do this alone. Love you guys. Namaste.